Hey everyone, welcome back to the Speak English podcast. I'm David, and as always, I'm here with the one and only Sarah.
Hey guys, it's so great to be here. Thanks for joining us. We really love being part of your English journey.
Today's episode is for anyone who feels nervous or even scared to speak English. Yes, we're talking to you, and we totally get it.
We've been there too, or have worked with hundreds who feel the same. So if you've ever felt stuck, silent, or stressed, stay with us.
Because today, we're going to tell you something that might change how you see your English-speaking journey.
You don't need perfect grammar, a big vocabulary, or a native accent to speak with confidence. You need just one powerful mindset shift, and that's what we'll share.
But before we dive in, if you've ever felt afraid to speak English, hit that like button and subscribe. Seriously, this podcast was made for you.
This is your place to learn, grow, and finally speak with confidence. So take a deep breath, relax, and let's break that fear together.
So let's talk about something that really helps when you're afraid to speak English. It's called the micro-wins speaking practice. The idea is simple. Instead of trying to speak perfectly or a lot, you focus on small, achievable wins. Just one sentence at a time.
Many learners freeze because they feel like they have to speak long, correct sentences right away. That pressure makes you nervous. But with this technique, your only goal is to say one clear sentence. That's all. And once you say one, you realize it's not so scary.
The beauty of this method is that it lowers your in a healthy way. You stop aiming for perfection and start focusing on progress. Each small win builds your confidence and makes the next moment of speaking easier. It's about building momentum, not mastery.
We've seen learners transform completely by using this approach. When you stop pressuring yourself to be perfect, you give yourself permission to just speak. That simple shift opens the door to consistent practice, and consistent practice leads to fluency.
Think of it like going to the gym. You don't lift heavy weights on day one. You start small and build strength over time. Speaking English is the same. You start with one small sentence and let that success push you forward. It's a mental workout, and you're getting stronger.
This technique also removes the fear of making mistakes. You don't have to worry about grammar rules or big words. You focus on expressing one thought, clearly and confidently. That's a win. And when you repeat that often, speaking becomes easier and more natural.
Because they think they have to be perfect to speak. That belief creates fear. But when you shift your mindset to small wins, you stop fearing the moment. You start owning it. Speaking becomes a part of your day, not a stressful event.
One of the biggest benefits is emotional. You stop feeling embarrassed or ashamed. Instead, you start feeling proud, even if you just said one short thing. That feeling of pride is powerful. It encourages you to try again tomorrow, and the day after that.
You're no longer waiting for a perfect opportunity or a perfect sentence. You create the opportunity by speaking. That's what micro-wins are. Moments you create, not moments you wait for. They belong to you, and you get better by repeating them again.
And that's why this technique works. It's not about talent. It's not about how many words you know. It's about doing something small right now and doing it again tomorrow. Over time, those small actions become big results. That's real progress, and it starts today.
Let's show you exactly how this works. Right now, I'm going to say one simple sentence in English about my day. This morning, I went for a walk in the park. That's it. That's a micro-win. I didn't try to impress anyone. I just said one real thing about my day.
And now it's my turn. Here's my sentence. I made a cup of tea and listened to music while getting ready for work. Again, nothing complicated. It's just me expressing one clear idea in English. and saying it out loud helps me get used to using the language.
The goal here isn't speed or grammar perfection. It's about speaking naturally, just like I did now. I said what I did this morning, without stress or fear. If you can do this once, you can do it again. And the more automatic it becomes.
You don't need a partner to try this. You can look around your room and describe something out loud. For example, my phone is on the table. That's a micro win, too. It might feel small, but it trains your brain to connect thoughts with English words in real time.
I'll do another one now. I feel a little tired, but I'm excited to record this episode. Again, simple and honest. This is how you start building your voice in English. You say one true thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours.
And here's another from me. After this recording, I'm going to cook something delicious for lunch. It's not a speech. It's not a test. It's just my voice expressing a thought. That's how real speaking begins. One thought, one moment, one sentence.
I want you to notice something. We're not using fancy words, long grammar structures, or trying to sound like someone else. We're just being ourselves and speaking honestly. That's what makes this practice. It's real, it's personal, it's achievable.
A lot of learners think speaking practice must be complicated or structured. But most of your improvement will come from simple, natural repetition, just like we're doing now. Talking about your day, your feelings, or your plans can be the best practice.
You can do this right now. Look around and say one sentence out loud about what you see or feel. It might sound simple, but it trains your brain, your mouth, and your confidence at the same time. That small action is how you start creating big change.
So if you're watching this and thinking, I can do that, you're absolutely right. This is how real speaking starts. Not with long speeches, but with short, clear thoughts. And with every sentence you say, you get closer to the confident English speaker you want to be.
One of the biggest benefits of using micro wins is that it removes the fear of speaking. You stop thinking, what if I make a mistake? And start thinking, I just said something in English. And that change in mindset makes everything easier.
It also helps build a real habit. Because the practice is short and simple, it's easier to do it every day. And once you create a habit of speaking, even for just a minute, it becomes part of your routine. That consistency is what leads to long-term fluency.
Another great benefit is that you feel proud of yourself. Every time you speak a sentence out loud, even a small one, you get a little boost of confidence. That boost keeps you going. You stop waiting to feel confident. You build confidence by speaking.
And let's not forget how natural it becomes. When you speak often, without pressure, your brain gets used to forming sentences faster. Over time, you notice yourself thinking in English more often and feeling more relaxed when someone speaks to you in English.
Plus, this method is perfect for all levels. Whether you're just starting or already advanced, micro wins help you stay sharp and focused. It's not about how advanced your vocabulary, it's about how often you use what you know in real situations.
There's also a deep emotional benefit. Instead of avoiding English out of fear, you begin to look forward to speaking. You replace negative emotions, like shame or anxiety, with positive ones, like joy and pride. That emotional shift is powerful and lasting.
It also prepares you for real conversations. When you practice small sentences daily, it becomes easier to speak during meetings, in class, or when traveling. You've already trained your brain and your mouth to respond quickly, and that's what real fluency needs.
Another benefit is freedom. You stop depending on translations or needing someone to help you say what you want. You can express your thoughts directly, clearly, and in your own words. That freedom gives you the power to connect with the world on your terms.
And here's something most people don't realize. These small wins reduce stress. Because there's no pressure, no judgment, and no deadline. You speak when you want, what and how you want. And that peaceful environment is perfect for real learning.
Finally, micro wins give you control. You don't need a teacher, a classroom, or a partner to practice. You can do it anytime, anywhere. That independence is so motivating because you realize you don't have to wait anymore. You're already ready to start speaking.
Let's break it down step by step so you can start using micro wins today. Step 1 is choose one simple topic. It could be something like what you ate, how you feel, what you see, or what you plan to do later. Keep it easy and familiar. That's the key to starting.
Step 2. Say one full sentence about that topic, out loud. Don't just think it in your head. Use your voice. Even if you're alone, pretend you're speaking to someone. That physical action of speaking activates your brain in a deeper, more memorable way.
Step 3 is to relax and accept the result. Don't correct yourself while speaking. Don't worry if your grammar wasn't perfect or if you paused. Progress, not perfection. Every sentence spoken is a success, no matter how small it seems.
Step 4. Repeat the process later in the day with a new topic. It could be just one sentence again, or maybe two if you feel comfortable. The idea is to build a rhythm, like brushing your teeth. It becomes a simple, daily part of your life without stress.
Step 5 is track your wins. You can write them down in a notebook or type them into your phone. For example, today I said, I feel tired but happy. It might sound simple, but over time, this list will show how often you're actually practicing and growing.
Step 6. Use real moments from your life. The more personal your sentences are, the more meaningful and memorable they become. For example, instead of a random phrase like, the cat is black, say something about your morning, your feelings, or your plans.
Step 7. Speak slowly and clearly. You're not in a race. Speaking slowly allows you to think while you talk, and that gives to find the words. Fluency comes with clarity and calmness, not speed. Speed will come naturally later.
Step 8. Practice when no one is watching. Use the time when you're cooking, walking, or getting ready in the morning. Just say one thing out loud. No pressure, no audience, no fear. These solo moments are perfect for practicing freely and consistently.
Step 9. Don't stop just because you're tired or busy. Even on your busiest days, you can say one sentence. That's the beauty of micro wins. They're fast, flexible, and effective. One sentence takes less than 10 seconds and still counts as valuable practice.
And step 10. Celebrate your progress. Smile, feel proud, and recognize the effort you're making. You're showing up. You're speaking. That matters. Those small daily actions may feel small now, but they build into something powerful over time. Your fluency.
One of the biggest mistakes learners make is waiting until they feel ready to speak. The truth is, that feeling confidence grows through action, not before it. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll miss hundreds of real opportunities to practice.
Another common mistake is focusing too much on grammar during your practice. When you're trying to speak, it's not the time to analyze rules. The goal is communication, not accuracy. You can review grammar later. But during your micro win, just speak freely.
Many learners also compare themselves to others and feel discouraged. But fluency is personal. Someone else's progress has nothing to do with your journey. Comparing will only create pressure. Focus on your own voice, your own progress, and your own small wins.
A fourth mistake is thinking your sentence isn't important enough to count. But it is. I'm hungry, or it's cold today, may seem basic, but they're real thoughts expressed in English. That's the goal. Don't underestimate the value of simple communication.
And here's another one. People often stop practicing when they make a mistake. They and shut down. But mistakes are part of learning. You don't need to erase them. You need to expect them. Each mistake is actually proof that you're trying.
Some learners also stay silent because they think they have to speak like a native speaker. That's simply not true. You don't need a perfect accent or advanced vocabulary to be a successful speaker. You just need to be understood, and that's totally achievable.
Another trap is turning this into a performance. If every time you speak, you treat it like a test, you'll build more fear instead of fluency. Speaking should feel natural and relaxed. That's why small, everyday practice works better than high-pressure moments.
A very common mistake is overthinking before speaking. You try to prepare the whole sentence in your head, and by the time you're ready, the moment is gone. Let it be messy. Let it be imperfect. The goal is to speak, not to rehearse a perfect line in your mind.
And sometimes learners forget to listen to themselves. They speak, move on without noticing what worked. Take a second to hear your voice. Celebrate it. Even if it was just one phrase, you spoke English today. That's already a win worth noticing.
Lastly, many people give up too soon. They think, this isn't working, after just a few tries. But growth takes time. Speaking is a skill, like playing piano or learning to swim. The only way to fail is to stop trying. Keep going. Small steps really do lead to big change.
All right, now it's your turn. We've got a simple challenge for you, and it starts today. All you need to do is say one sentence in English out loud every day for the next 7 days. That's it. Just one sentence a day. You choose the topic, the time, and the words.
This challenge isn't about doing something hard. It's about doing something consistent. If you can build the habit of one spoken sentence a day, you'll be creating a routine that's easy to keep and powerful. Over time, small actions create big transformations.
Try this. Each morning when you wake up, describe something you see. For example, the sun is shining, or my room is quiet today. Keep it real and simple. It doesn't matter how advanced your English is. What matters is that you speak.
If mornings are too busy, pick another moment. While brushing your teeth, walking to work, cooking dinner, just pause and say something out loud in English. These quiet moments are perfect for low-pressure practice that builds your fluency day by day.
And here's the bonus step. After you speak your sentence, write it down in the comments below. We want to see what you're practicing. Even if it's super simple, that's exactly the point. Every comment is proof that you're taking action and moving forward.
You can also record your sentence with your phone. Hearing your voice helps you grow. But even if you don't record it, saying it out loud trains your brain and builds confidence. And each day you complete the challenge, you'll feel a little more proud.
If you forget one day, don't. Just start again the next day. This isn't about being perfect. It's about staying consistent. If you miss one, no worries. Pick it back up and keep going. Remember, speaking once is good. Speaking again is better.
Some people will think, one sentence? That's too easy. But don't let simplicity fool you. Most people fail because they aim too high, get overwhelmed, and stop. We're doing the opposite. One small sentence each day builds a mountain of real practice.
And remember, the goal is to build your English voice. You're not copying anyone else. You're not trying to be perfect. You're learning how to use your own words, in your own way, at your own pace. That's the power of this challenge, and why it works.
So take a deep breath, choose your sentence, and say it out loud. You've got this. And we'll be right here cheering for you every step of the way. Let this be the beginning of your new habit. One sentence, one day, one confident English speaker in the making.
Today we talked about how fear speaking English, and how a simple mindset shift can help you move forward. Instead of aiming for perfection, you focus on daily micro-wins, speaking just one sentence at a time. That's how fluency really begins.
We showed you how to use the micro-wins speaking practice step by step, with real examples you can follow right now. The beauty of this technique is how accessible it is. No stress, no pressure, just you and your voice, growing stronger one sentence at a time.
We also talked about common mistakes like overthinking, comparing yourself to others, and trying to be perfect before you start. Let those go. They only hold you back. Progress happens when you speak regularly, without fear, even if it's just a few words each day.
And we gave you a simple challenge. Say one sentence in English every day for 7 days. That's it. You don't need special tools, lessons, or apps. Just your voice and your decision to take action. That one small habit can completely change how you feel about speaking.
If you leave a comment below and tell us, what sentence did you practice today? We'd love to read it and support your journey. Every voice matters here, and every comment is a sign that you're showing up and taking your fluency seriously.
And if you made it all the way to the end of this episode, we know you're truly committed. So here's your secret word. Write "speak" in the comments so we know you're one of the few who stayed with us until the final moment. We're cheering for you.
Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That's how you make sure you don't miss the next episode, and it helps more English learners find this podcast. You're part of something bigger now, a community that grows.
Thanks again for listening and for being brave enough to keep practicing. Your voice is important. Your effort matters. Keep showing up. Keep speaking, and we'll be right here with you in the next episode. Take care, and remember, you're doing great.